there's a case. It's called Les Ambassadeurs Club Limited versus Mr. U. Les Ambassadeurs, I understand, is a gambling club in Mayfair. Mr. U was a gambler, and unbelievably to me, Mr. U ran up debts based on cheques given to the club of £19 million. All of the cheques that he gave to the club bounced, and he did everything he could to avoid paying the club. So even if you're a gambling club in Mayfair, I suspect that £19 million is still quite a lot. So they entered into negotiations with Mr. U, and they came up with a settlement of around about $16.5 million. And in the end, around about $10 million was outstanding, and so they wanted to bring a claim against Mr. U. It's in the U case that the court set out what a real risk of dissipating assets looks like. So in the case of U versus Les Ambassadeurs Club Limited, the court set out what it thought constituted a real risk of dissipation of assets. Now, I think the court was quite keen to make a distinction between two different fears that the claimant might have. One fear is just a natural fear that someone's going to avoid paying their debts, and they think that somebody is likely to dissipate their assets. And the other, more genuine fear is based on actual events where the defendant is actually taking steps to dissipate their assets. It's not enough for a defendant just to avoid paying the judgment debt. Lots of people want to avoid paying debts, and they'll string it out as long as possible. So just avoiding paying the debt, that's not enough for a freezing order. The thought that somebody might dissipate their assets if they get an adverse order against them, that's also not enough. It's what the court calls fanciful notions. They are not enough for a freezing order. What you need, if you want to get a freezing order, is specific actions, and those turn on the facts and circumstances of any given case. So rather than just say to the court, oh well, of course he's bound to be doing this, what you actually need to say is, look, we have this debt, of course he refuses to pay the debt, but he's not only refusing to pay the debt, he or she is taking deliberate steps to avoid it. We can see that they're moving assets, and we would like that to stop.